All right, so in this part of the Unit 2 project, you're going to jump back into the Lehman Library and get more practice in building your skills doing library research, specifically looking for sociological research articles. Okay, so some of you did this very well last time. I think some of you maybe ignored the video previously, so hopefully you're seeing this. A little more detail, a little more specifics for this project because we're not just looking for one article, but 3 to 5. You should have 3 to 5 articles for this part of your project. So there's a few ways you could go about getting these. Last time I showed a little bit of OneSearch. This time I'm going to focus a little more on databases. So JSTOR is one database where you can specifically look for sociology papers, right? So I want to show you this. I recommend going to the advanced search and putting in your search terms. I'm going to work on the Black model minority. This is not a stereotype that was on any of the lists, so none of you are working on this one. No one gets a unfair advantage. Put my search terms there. I'm only looking for articles. I would take research reports, but no reviews, no books, no miscellaneous. You don't want any editorials or opinions or things that are not research. We're focusing here on sociological research. So when you scroll down here, you can return results for sociology specifically. Okay, this will help you avoid history papers, law articles, social worker, social services stuff. If you go down here and check off specifically sociology, there's 155 journals in there. So there's a lot to search for. And then go ahead and submit your search. Now you may have to play around with your search terms. You may have to play around with where you put quotation marks or and ors and things like that. It's a skill that we build over time. Some of us search Google much more efficiently than others, for example. And it's very similar in these kinds of databases, only maybe they're a little bit pickier than Google might be. So you have to be a little more precise. So then, you have to take your time with this, right? Don't just assume that this is related. It will come up with things that are not relevant. It will come up with things that are very relevant and so on. So you have to take your time and kind of go through these, read the title, take a look at, what's getting highlighted here. Get a sense for what kinds of articles are coming up. You can always download the PDF here and open it up, right? So I can see a variety of things. A lot of these do talk about Asians. I'm looking for the Black model minority stereotype. And so again, I should take my time and look through what those options are. I might want to add something about the stereotype in my search terms to see if I can get something a little bit closer, right? Instead of Black, I may change it to African American. You can play around with those kinds of things in your search terms until you start to find things that look more closely related. So even though I told it to give me research articles, I do see a commentary here. So I would check off journals and research reports over here, right? You have to really take your time and look through these things to make sure you're getting what you're trying to get. Don't just assume it's giving you what you originally asked for, right? So, if this is about stereotypes about Black American college students, that might become relevant for me. And I would open that one up and take a look. Again, these searches aren't always going to be exact or perfect, and you should be putting time into this. Another library database that I wanted to highlight, I'm going to go all the way back, is the Social Sciences Full Text Database. This is a good one because it is focused on social sciences. So again, you will be getting things that tend to be research papers, and we can specify that. You'll see here in a minute, right? So I might again put this is kind of helping me out. Maybe I want to put those, and then I want to put model minority. Oh, look, it's got model minority stereotype there for me. I want the full text. If I can't get the article, it's no good to me. I want it to be a peer-reviewed research article. That's part of your instructions. I want it to be in an academic journal, so I'm going to pick that one. I would like for it to be an article, right? Not an abstract or an autobiography or these other kinds of things. And then I can click my search. Okay, so I can see here that they're talking something about model minority stereotypes. I can access the PDF of the article here and take a look at it. Make sure it's a research paper. Research papers are going to have research results presented. A lot of times they're called methods or results. If you see hypotheses, if you see data being described to you, those are good signals that this is a research paper. Okay. So you are looking for research papers that are going to apply to your topic. Now, in this case, I have a journal called Ethnic and Racial Studies. I might not be sure that that's a sociology journal. What you can do is pop it straight into Google, right? Look up that journal. Almost always there's like an about this journal or aims and scope, right? Those are two ways they'll talk about it. And then when you click there, go see, does it say sociology, right? If it says sociology in the aims and scope or the about this journal section that you find by Googling the journal name, then that's a good journal to choose. If it doesn't say that or you're unsure, then what you would do is you would take the citation. You could copy the citation in a couple of places. Let me see. A lot of times it will, let's see if I click this detailed record and then let me cite it. Right, so you can copy the citation like this or from here. This is not listing the ASA citation style, which is what you're going to need, but you can email this to me just to check if it's a sociology journal, if it would qualify. I can then pop this into my search and look for it. If you try to send me a link through the library, it's not always going to work. If you try to attach the PDF for me, sometimes that gets your email thrown in my spam folder and I might not see it. So the best thing to do is send me the citation. It also gets you focused on, oh, what is the citation? Because you have to make a bibliography, a references list, right? And you can start with that one and put it into ASA format, which is linked up in the weekly folder for the project instructions. Okay. You may also have found that ChatGPT gives you something, right? So it says there's this study called Race, Gender, Progress. Now, never just take citations from ChatGPT. Sometimes they list things that actually have nothing to do with what you think it's about or what they think the machine thinks it's about, AI. And sometimes they list citations that actually just don't exist at all. So do not just take it from there, but if you see a citation there, you can search for that in the library. You can even go to just the one search and pop that in. And then you can see, well, does it first of all, does it come up, right? Can I get the journal article, right? This is Journal of African American Studies. I might wonder, is that a sociology journal? Let me go to the aims and scope of it and see if they say sociology, and they do. Okay, so it is a journal article that does actually exist. I should get the PDF. I should take a look at it. I should decide, does this say something about the Black model minority stereotype? And if so, what does it say about it? Right? Because for this project, you are pulling together different pieces of information, sociological research specifically, that is getting at the extent to which the stereotype is or is not supported by research. It's not a matter of your opinion. It's not a matter of your personal experience. This project is, what does the evidence show about the stereotype that you are working on? And I can't emphasize that enough. I need you to leave your personal opinion and personal experience out of this. The only place that it comes in is in your choice of stereotypes, because sometimes, often, we pick projects that interest us personally. It makes us more motivated to work on those. So that's really the only time and place that that comes in here. The rest of your project, the process, and certainly the result, the infographic that you will produce, should very much be focused on evidence, on the sociological research on this matter. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful. If you are having a hard time finding 3 to 5 sociological research papers, then you need to reach out and you need to do this early on. Okay, don't wait too long to get started on this piece of your project.